P prime of A. Grab your calculators, you're going to need them. Because we have decimal answers here. Faith? Oh, is that yours?
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, Faith,
I saw that. I was like, I thought I had mine.
you can always plug it back in if you need to, or get a different one. Okay, so we have this equation. P of t equals e to the t times the sine of t. And we want to find the average velocity on the interval 1 to 3. How do you find average velocity?
Average rate P1.
Yep. That's right, slope. So P of 3 minus P of 1 over 3 minus 1. So we just plug that in. I'm going to,
Where's E?
well, E is,
Natural log.
yep, natural log.
Natural log.
Damn it. I hit the wrong button. Stop.
I picked the right button.
Oh, lucky you. Okay, so I'm going to plug in 3. And we get 2.834. And then plugging in 1, you get 2.287. Now, I'm going to actually go back and highlight these full numbers on my calculator, so I'm not using a rounded answer to figure out an answer. So I'm going to cursor up to the 2.834471132 and hit enter on that and subtract 2.287355287 and divide by 2. So you get 0.274. Now, indicate appropriate units of measure.
Centimeters per second.
Very good. On top, P of t was measured in centimeters. And t is measured in seconds. So on top is centimeters, on bottom, that's seconds. So it's centimeters per second.
I saw it at the beginning.
Okay, instantaneous velocity at t equals 1.5. So we know that P of t is e to the t times the sine of t. Instantaneous velocity is the first derivative. So what do we do?
E to the t
Take the
times
derivative.
t.
E to the t
Times t.
times 1.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the derivative of t is 1. So e of t, sine is e,
Plus e to the t cosine.
very good.
We did it.
Wait, would it be negative?
No.
Wait, no.
Not
Okay.
cosine.
So p prime of 1.5, you just plug that in. I'll let y'all tell me what you do.
I want to know who did that and why they did it.
So we could build bridges.
That was just great.
You know, homework was invented as a punishment.
I can see that.
See?
Did y'all get the answer?
I'm
No.
working on it. I'm having to enter my answer against the calculator.
I just don't want to do it. I don't know what
Oh, I did. Plus I have these.
4.787.
Yep, and where are the units?
Hold on.
centimeters per second.
Yep, sure.
It's the same problem.
I don't know why. I just couldn't think of it.
Okay. So here's wanting us to make a connection. The average velocity, which we had basically f of b minus f of a
Slope.
over b minus a is the slope of the secant.
The one that touches one.
It twice.
No, yeah.
And instantaneous velocity is the derivative, which is the slope of the tangent. So in physics, when you're trying to find some things, you can take the derivative, and it'll make your work a lot quicker. All right, average and instantaneous acceleration. So acceleration. If P of t is position and P prime of t is velocity,
Is this double prime?
yes, then average acceleration, since it's average, is still going to be a slope. So average acceleration is the velocity of b minus velocity of a over b minus a. So it's the slope of the velocity. And if it's instantaneous, acceleration is the derivative of velocity or the second derivative of position.
I was looking up the other day how to find the instantaneous velocity. I think it's really never doing it now. I needed it last week.
Yeah, we
Well,
would have been.
needed it last week.
Not last week. I needed it for something.
What were you doing?
Physics. Maybe it wasn't last week, but it was like a little bit of
Yeah, we would have done this way before.
See, Dan, you actually understand physics. I just throw things together and hope for the best. I don't even bother taking your fruit.
Okay, well.
Okay, so a particle's position is given by the function. Again, we've got the same thing, P of t. It's centimeters per second if we do velocity. So we want to find average acceleration.
Didn't we already find that?
No, we found
No.
average velocity.
Because they're different.
Which also always confused my head.
So average acceleration is v of 3 minus v of 1 over 3 minus 1.
So would that be the velocity of 3?
V of 3.
The instantaneous velocity?
Well, yes.
Question.
P prime of t is v of t, which we found to be, if I factored out e of t, it's this. From the other page. All right. So velocity of 3. Did we do that on the other page? No. Velocity of 3 is e to the third times the sine of 3 plus cosine of 3. I got negative 2.806. E of 3, big parentheses.
Definitely didn't get that. I got negative 17.05.
That's what I got.
Well, maybe I typed it in wrong. Maybe.
Did you put a close?
Oh, I forgot to put plus. Aha. I times those two. There we go, negative 17.050. Sorry. And then V of 1, you should replace all those 3's with 1's. You know you can cursor up to it and hit enter, and it'll just pull it back down. So you don't have to retype the whole thing in. You can just change all the 3's to 1's. I got negative 3.756.
I did.
You too? Yay!
I learned how to make the square root symbol on
Wait,
that.
negative?
Yes. I have done it too. I had to look it up every time.
Command.
I got positive.
It's option B.
No, I got negative.
I got positive.
Oh, it is. Dagnabbit. Evidently, when I hit enter, I hit a negative there.
Fun.
So sorry. I know, right? I'm like failing.
You're not good.
That's 2 in a row.
I mean, you technically aren't failing anyone.
True. So it's positive. All right.
There we go.
Woo. So now we subtract those. So that minus that 3.75. Again, not the rounded answers. Divided by 2.
It's up to 2.
3 minus 1.
I know, but why do we keep getting 2?
Why do we what?
Why do we keep?
Oh, because it was 1 to 3. I mean, it could be 1 to 7 and then it'd be something different. So that's negative 10.403.